Hello, everyone. Okay, I'm not going to drop this. I am Amanda Dobbins, co-host of the Big Picture podcast, and I am genuinely thrilled to be here to be celebrating Bring It On its 25th anniversary with all of you. Some personal dreams are coming true tonight, but no one cares about me. So let me introduce the wonderful cast that we have with us tonight. First, Lindsay Sloane. Hello. Next. I wasn't going to do it because, she's still, there we go. Okay, I hope everyone on the live streams did that too. Next, Jesse Bradford. Welcome. Gabrielle Union. And then, last but not least, Kirsten Dunst.
Thanks, everybody.
This is water, not booze, but maybe we'll do that later.
This is booze,
Yeah,
not
I was
water.
going to say, Gabrielle came prepared. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. It's really lovely to meet all of you. So this is a 25th anniversary, which is sort of daunting to me, but because I was there, as were you all for the original. I don't know whether everyone in the audience was, but that's okay. So I wanted to start with a question, very simple one. Where were you in the year 2000, or when this was filmed? And how did you find your way to this film? And since you're right here, Kirsten, I'll start with you.
Okay, well, I was in, where was I? I was in Prague and doing some really bad movie. And Universal was like, there's this cheerleader movie. And I was like, what? I don't know. But I talked to Peyton Reed, the director, and he was so smart and cool and had such an interesting take. And my friend and I were really into watching cheer competitions. So it was it was a little movie. None of us had any idea,
right?
At the time. So that's where I joined from.
Okay, from Prague.
From Prague.
Sure. Gabrielle?
I was a part of the table read when it was called Cheer Fever. And I was reading ISIS, and obviously the script changed quite a bit. So they were like, that little movie that you did the table read for, do you want to do that? And I was like, does it pay? And but the cheerleading movie I wanted was the cheerleading bank robber movie.
Oh,
Sugar and Spice.
Yeah.
Sugar and Spice.
Yeah, I wanted that movie too.
Right?
Yeah, we all wanted that movie.
That
funny.
was the movie to have.
Yeah,
And they did not want me back.
They didn't want me either.
So I was like, let's do it.
Remember that.
Yeah.
really funny.
Sugar and Spice.
Jesse, were you up for Sugar and Spice?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I wasn't. I was in Venice Beach,
Okay.
sleeping on my friend's couch, and it was the first time I'd ever spent time in LA, on my own. I'd gone out to LA for the summer, I think, to try to book work. I was 19 or 20. It was the first time, so I'm sleeping on my friend's couch, and the opportunity came in. And I was interested, but it's funny, we have kind of the same story where it's what is it? It's about cheerleading? Okay. And then I met Peyton at literally a little cafe on Abbot Kinney in Venice. And he was, like you said, so smart and so connected to the material and so elevated above all of it that I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be cool, And the other thing that came out of that meeting that was fun is that Cliff was just an enjoyer of music until we had that meeting. And in that meeting, we talked about Peyton and I, he talked about he's a drummer and I'm a guitar player, and all this actual music making was suddenly on the table, and we just started spitballing it right there. Oh, he should play music, Yeah, that's my version.
That's a good one. Lindsay?
And I auditioned. It was also during the Sugar and Spice times, so there were two battling cheer movies. So every actor that was in our age group was showing up, and I mean, the waiting room was so packed and so crowded. And I remember walking in, and I would think we were all reading Torrance. I don't even think we were reading individual characters. So I remember Peyton being in the room. I remember him asking me if I ever did any cheerleading, and I lied, because that's what all actors do.
Yeah.
They say, yes, I can totally ride a horse and speak French. And I had done gymnastics, so I was like, okay, if they asked me to like do a cartwheel, I can totally fake it and at least do that. But then I remember getting the call and saying like, okay, you got the movie, but you got the part Big Red, and I did not remember what that part was. So I remember rereading the script going, oh my God, that's very different than Torrance. Like that. I also remember like everyone was so tall and like statuesque, and I'm thinking like Big Red, because to me, I imagined whoever got that was going to be a huge, like just like strong and tall and big and really intimidating. And I was like, okay, how am I going to figure out how to make this person intimidating, like with what I have? So then it was like hair, boobs, which you couldn't even really tell, which is so sad. I think it shows like what I was starting with when I was like piling in chicken cutlets to like make her Big Red, and like still couldn't tell. But yeah, so I auditioned and like clawed my way in somehow.
So you sort of tipped my next question, which is, did anyone have cheerleading experience, knowledge, affinity before this movie? Jesse, you can
eighth grade when
too.
you just had to be popular.
Okay.
Yeah, we were 8th grade cheerleaders.
Okay.
And our big cheer was, we don't mess around, we don't mess around, we don't mess around, we just get down. And I felt like that really qualified me for this.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying?
Was a cheerleader. My friend Molly's here, who was a cheerleader with me in 8th grade, but she was actually there to do it. I was like kind of there, but I wanted to be a cheerleader. But yeah, we would watch cheerleading competitions and things like that. So I was into it.
Yeah.
I knew the world.
Is it true that you all had to go to cheerleading camp?
Yes.
Not me.
I was actually going to ask if you had to go to like cool music bro camp, but you already told the story.
I was cool music bro camp.
He was the teacher of that
Yeah.
camp.
Do you remember what did you learn at cheerleading camp that you have carried with you?
I remember walking in. You guys had already been there for a couple days. So when I showed up, they had already learned a cheer. And I remember thinking like, oh God, because I had lied. Like, oh God, I hope I don't get fired. I hope that whatever they ask me to do, like I hope I can hang with it. And I walked in, and because it was actors mixed with real University of San Diego cheerleaders, like badass, amazing athletes. It was really the first moment that I was confronted with like, oh wow, cheerleading is, you have to have skill. This is this is a sport. And I remember thinking, oh, I'm gonna get fired. I'm so scared. And we learned a dance that day. I remember Annie was the choreographer. It was so awesome, Mama. And we learned a cheer, and there were two of us. I came up with the girl that was playing the role of Carver. And we went back to our hotel room that night, and then the next morning we both got picked up in the van, except she was not there because she did get fired. And yeah, guys, it was not supposed to be Bianca. Someone got fired from the first day of cheer camp. My biggest nightmare came true. Unfortunately, for someone else. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But that's how serious this was, though. This was like they were not messing around. You had to have skill to be able to be in this movie because you guys were really doing the cheer. The real deal stuff.
And even some of the stunts, some of the. Did you get lifted at any point in the air? Yeah, there you go.
You had to get that. You had to get that part.
Yeah.
But then you'll notice there's a lot of tight shots of me. 'Cause I don't match anybody else.
I thought this was going to be an easy question, but I did also tell you guys beforehand you can pass questions if you don't remember things. What was the best day on set in your memory, or the most fun? Anything you remember? Anything positive?
The competition, like when we were all in Oceanside and we were all together.
That was the most fun too.
We just had a lot of fun. We had a lot
Mickey
of fun.
thing at the end was
Mickey
really
was fun too.
We
Yeah.
saw that outside on a beach. It was great.
Like I feel like Peyton just did
Yeah,
it on the
it was-
fly a little,
yeah.
right?
The Oceanside day was super fun. I remember I only had to like shoot 1 second of like banging against the stands or something, being mad watching the competition. So the whole day I was just like watching and kind of blown away because it was very impressive what everyone learned and figured out. And also Peyton was friends with all comedians, so having Sparky come in, who was like a huge UCB guy, it was just like everyone was kind of firing on all cylinders and doing the best work and being silly and having fun. It was just great.
We had so much fun.
So much fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
It was summer in San Diego. Is that
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're all nodding in a way that suggests that maybe there are stories you don't want to tell. But
I mean, we were in a different situation.
Okay.
I
She
was little.
She was an actual child.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was with her
15,
mom.
16.
Yeah.
Ollie, how old was I? 17.
okay.
But you lived where? Like La Jolla with your
I lived in a
with your-
house, with my brother.
It was a beautiful house.
Beautiful house.
La Jolla's
Brother.
lovely.
Oh no, it was super nice. But like my thrill was seeing the Blair Witch Project. You know, when it came out. Not, I don't know what
Mexico.
they all were doing. Yeah, they went to
Tijuana.
Okay.
Mexico.
Oh wow. Good job.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
a good
it's
time.
close, I guess, from San Diego. Okay. What happened there stays there.
Skipping it.
Yeah,
I
okay,
actually
next
didn't
question.
Go, but
Okay.
I heard all the
Okay.
stories
Well, you're all
about
here
it.
now, so
Well,
you know.
Everyone made it
it's
back.
already-
That's all that matters.
Yeah,
Everyone
it's
made
already
it back.
it's already like it became, I think, public knowledge, or what, you know, it came out, I don't know, 10, 7 something years ago, that myself and Eliza and a few other people, Renee Bell, went down to Mexico, and some of us got arrested.
You did.
And some
Yeah,
of
it's
our
true
per
story.
diem had to go towards.
No, that's not true. That's what Max Wong said, and Max was wrong. We bailed ourselves out.
There you go. Your
Gabrielle.
your
we
per diem
bailed
went-
ourselves. Yeah, my per diem went to it.
Okay,
but no, that is true. We went down to Mexico with some of the other cheerleaders from SDSU and predictably got arrested.
Yeah, that's incredible.
It's a
Okay,
great time.
the next question was going to be, what was the hardest day on set? Maybe not the worst. That's not on set,
I'm gonna-
but if
I'm gonna-
that's your answer,
I'm gonna
getting
say I already
arrested in
answered that.
Tijuana,
Yeah.
that's allowed. Okay, you were not in Tijuana?
No, I was
Yeah.
listening to the Dixie Chicks.
Every day.
I mean,
you would
same.
have you. She had us
Count your
listening to
blessings.
to the Dixie Chicks.
That was
you loved the Dixie Chicks.
That was a very
yeah.
powerful time for them. So okay.
I learned
And
all about the Dixie Chicks on that movie.
was that the hardest day on set for you?
Yes, it was. I'm like, and this is Little Kim.
Okay. I'm curious how many times each of you have seen the film Bring It On in entirety. And you can be honest or you can lie, like an audition, whatever you think.
A million.
Okay.
Two
there
or
you-
three. Two or three.
Okay. Kirsten, do you know?
Entirety?
Yeah. I mean, do you sit down and turn on your own films very often?
Never.
Yeah. Okay. So,
But if you've been to Dry Bar,
oh, do they show it? They do.
it's
Yeah.
like always on a loop at Dry Bar.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
probably I've seen portions of this movie maybe 10 to 12 times.
Okay. That's good.
Parts of the movie, I think, because they play over and over again, and every Halloween,
Sure.
people really get
Yeah.
into it. So yeah,
I love that
parts
so
of it.
much.
That's
Parts of
the
it.
best part of this entire experience is what Halloween is now because of this movie. And it's the most flattering thing that has ever happened to have gorgeous men dressing up like me every Halloween. It's honestly the thing. Every year I'm like not big on social media, but every Halloween I'm like, here we go. And I just go online just to like
Okay,
see
it's coming
it
up
all.
again, so please tag
Hey,
Lindsay
please tag
if you
me.
are dressing as Big Red for Halloween. I asked that because, as you said, it does play all the time, and we're doing this anniversary screening because, it's become a thing. It was well received at the time, but it has taken on a life of its own. So I'm curious if there's a specific moment when each of you realized, this is, and whether it's the Halloween costumes or Dry Bar or Jesse, do you have something?
I just remember where I was when I realized that the movie was shattering expectations or whatever. I was smoking weed at a Dave Matthews concert.
Okay, awesome.
As one does.
But here's the
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think it was at the Meadowlands in
What
New Jersey.
song?
But I don't remember.
Okay.
But I literally remember people tapping each other is that the guy from the it was one of the first times I really remembered starting to get recognized, and it was just palpable. Like, oh shit, wait a minute. Like, I'm sorry, I keep cursing. Oh wow, this movie's like people are seeing it. Like everybody around me's like noticing it. I remember that very well.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just trying to dance, you guys.
Yeah. Kirsten, do you have any? You were so young.
Yeah, but I went with Peyton, the director,
Okay.
to Universal City Walk, and we like went into each like theater, and it was packed. And I never ever had that feeling before. Like, this is a movie we did like so quietly under the radar in San Diego, and it's a big hit. Like, I had no idea it was going to become what it has.
Gabrielle, do you have a specific moment?
I mean, because it's random.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it'll just be random. It's like, do your thing, Isis! And I'm like, what? I don't even know what day it is. So it's like stuff like that where
Yeah.
you just, or people are like, even the spoof movie. What was the spoof movie?
Scary movie.
Where people were like, it's already been brought in.
But
It was an amalgam. What was that called?
Oh, not another teen movie.
Not,
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
So I get a lot, like there was a time where you would get that, but like once you get spoofed, you're like, oh, that's
Sure.
a big deal.
It's like the Halloween costumes. It's like you suddenly go, oh.
It's also in another movie about they were watching Bring It On in the movie. Like, that's a huge deal.
That's crazy.
when you're in a movie, you know what I mean? The movie they're watching in a movie. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Meta.
For each of you, I think this is probably a lot of people's favorite high school movie that they're watching. I'm wondering if you have any. You can say Bring It On if you want, but any other high school movies that you have watched that mean a lot to you.
Oh God, I feel so old. So like,
I know.
I'm a different
sorry.
generation. But I reference Fast Times at Ridgemont High probably way more than the average
Yeah,
person.
that's a great one.
Yeah, or Pretty in Pink, like any John Hughes movie,
Sure.
like I can recall like easily. But Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Mr. Han, if I'm here and you're here, doesn't it make it our time? Like that's what else is there?
Kirsten, what about you?
I think it was a Clueless. I mean, I loved Clueless.
Yeah.
Clueless was huge.
That's my answer too. But you grew up here, so I wonder whether it's true.
I grew up in New Jersey.
Oh, you
and
did?
here. Both.
Well, okay,
both,
I was gonna
both.
say.
Jersey in the
Yeah.
house. Okay.
When I moved to LA, I was like, this will be like Clueless, right? And then it wasn't really.
I was not.
Yeah,
but
no.
Yeah.
Jesse, what about you?
I find myself wanting to say Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Can we count that?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
of
one of my
course.
like all-time favorite
Yeah.
movies. It's
Yeah.
set in high school.
Yeah. Lindsay?
Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Wow. Deep cut. Yeah.
Tune in Tokyo.
Not really, but Sarah
Dance
Jessica
TV.
Parker. Sure.
Sarah Jessica Parker, all she really wants to do is dance.
Yeah.
I was just like, yes.
Yeah.
Girl's closet
Yeah.
that had
Yeah.
like the button
Yes.
that like.
Yes. So good.
Oh, and then they do that again in Clueless with
Yeah.
the closet. Yeah.
But it was
Also, the first time I ever
Yeah.
heard David Bowie, I think, which
OG.
is depressing. Well, yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, I think that we probably only have time for one more question. I can't actually see. And Gabrielle, you already mentioned this, but I would imagine that Bring It On is referenced or quoted at you fairly often throughout your lives. And I was wondering if there is a best or weirdest place that Bring It On has been cited to you in your life. And if so, what was said? And you kind of did it already with people just yelling at you.
Yeah, I mean, when Ariana Grande had it in the video, it was just a massive moment. But I've heard it under the stall or in the bathroom.
Okay.
You better bring a bitch, and I'm like trying to drop a deuce. Thanks. Thanks.
Jesse, do you get anything? Does the cheer stuff come your way?
Yeah. Yes, certainly. But what came to mind when you just asked is literally 3 days ago, I brought my old neighbor who is 81 to his dental surgery appointment. He's a dear friend.
Well, that's a lovely story.
And
And he said,
I can tell you guys how good a person I am, okay? Because this guy's a pain in the no, I'm kidding. No, I love him to death. His name's Dave. I brought him to his dental surgery. I had a baseball cap and a surgical mask on my face. I was being very germ conscious as I walked into this like dental surgery place, and this woman in her 30s looks up at me in my entire, like, I look like the Invisible Man, and she goes, "You were in Bring It On!" And that was 3 days ago, and all she saw was my eyeballs.
Well,
So
I will say the fact that she was in a dental office, because I think one of the greatest moments in this movie is the scene with you guys brushing your teeth.
It's true.
I think that it is.
I didn't think of the connection there yet.
It says everything without saying anything, and it is. When I saw that moment, I was like, oh, this movie is so much smarter than so many movies that are made for teenage kids. Like, this movie is not placating or playing down to anyone. It was just beautiful, and I was just like, yes, I want them to make out.
Has anyone yelled Big Red at you in public?
It's weird. Going to amusement parks, I
Okay.
realize, is a big thing. Like, there's just a lot of, like, Big Red, like, as you're walking by. Raging Waters, it happened a couple times there.
I was on vacation with my husband and kids, and they were like, "We're just so happy to see Torrance and Landry together." Not Landry.
Torrance and
Is my
Landry.
husband.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night
Yeah.
Oh my
was
God.
stoked to see Torrance
Exactly.
and Landry together.
It's him.
That's
That really is him.
That is really good.
It was like a bachelorette trip, and they were happy.
Oh my God! Well, you made their
You know, I'm
listen.
here.
That Instagram album, you really, really killed it for them. Okay, I think that's all the time we have. So thank you all so much
Thank you,
for
guys.
coming.
Thank you,
you,
guys.
everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching at home. Thank you to Alamo Drafthouse, and have a lovely night.
Good night. Thank you. Thanks.